'Tis I, the Moo, wearing a very ostentatious shirt for a change. And I finally decided to put background music here, courtesy of the wonderful Arcane Anthems. Today, just gonna go over Woes and Wine, what happened on Sunday. I do know that I have missed the other Dungeon Master's Diary, but my circumstances had changed on the day I was meant to do it. I was unable to cancel it in time. So, I'm gonna grab a glass, some single malt, and I'm gonna take you through it. It has been such a long time since I have had a single drop of whiskey. That's how you're meant to drink it. Cold-ish. But before I begin, anyone watching this, I should just let you know that we have a community Discord. Feel free to join it through the About section of the Twitch channel. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to play TTRPGs. You can just be a big-ass nerd that loves anime or all things pretty much nerd. Because we all love that. But yeah, today we're just going to go over what happened in Woes and Wine. So, buckle in. So, what happened last time is that the party had begun to assemble themselves to go and find the whereabouts of the wine thieves for Vankin, the bartender. And upon looking around, finding clues or any form of lead that they could potentially have, they were told by Vankin to go look for Winnie, a elf that lived near the Swashbuckler Inn, a very destitute part of town. Now, in going there, they had a bit of a rough time. This bar, not exactly a spittable place, was a challenge in of itself to get through, let alone meet anyone. Eventually, they found Winnie, a half-elf, adorned with simple attires, tied back hair, very tanned skin, wielding aloft a branch scarred by lightning. This, of course, was indeed a new player in our midst, taking point. And as such, some expositions, some introductions were at behest. And the party decided to assemble the following day to go in search of the bandits' location. Heading north, they traveled towards a ravine, about 5 miles outside of Tiberton's walls. And there, across a rickety wooden bridge, they found nothing below but trees, water, and some bats. But across the bridge they found traces of footprints, marred in wine. They decided to leave it until the following day to continue their search. And as they fell back into their sleep, they sauntered off into dreams and awoke to a sky of green, the stars above turning dark and purple. A horror had appeared in the sky, and things weren't acting as they would seem. Doors seemingly trailed off into nothingness, beds duplicated, people disappeared. And now they are trapped in this endless madness and now all that remains is for them to escape this evil clutch. That's pretty much the rundown. Like I said in there, we have a new player, Owl. I know him personally, fantastic guy, chill. He was looking for, we were just having a chat one day, and then decided, hey, you want to play? We technically have an open slot, so I said, I know you. You're pretty easy to run for, and have you got any ideas what you want to play? He said, what's a party called? I said, pugilist and rogue and fighter and paladin. He was like, all right, yeah. And he ventures off, and he makes a warlock, the only female character in the party. So it's just a sausage fest around. That's just it was good to actually have that one change, I suppose. In about the session, there was a little bit of shopping that occurred, some errands to run. In particular, Lucius, getting into trouble as always, found himself looking for some new clothing. I went to Katza and to the Huntress, and they did not have. The Huntress had, but not in the style Lucius was after. So instead he was sent to Soter, a alligator lizard folk, a very strange individual. Now, Soter, they have this very openly blunt disposition. And they will tell you if you're a snack or not. Quite literally. And they will probably eat you alive if you're causing them problems. But, needs must. You're probably wondering why I have the wonderful Hero Forge Pro on here. I just thought, anyone that tags along might want to join in and create an NPC alongside me. I've been doing this quite a lot, and to be honest with you, I need the creative outlet at the moment. Life's been kind of hard recently, and surprisingly, I haven't hit this stuff in about this is October, so since New Year. Not alcohol in general, just the good stuff. Special. you gotta look after your single malts. You don't just chug them. Curious to know what I'm drinking. It's Tanulin, as I've been told. It is a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey, double cask, matured in an American oak barrel with a sherry cask finish. Product of Scotland. Lovely. It's very, very nice. And it's brewed pretty much just north of here as well. Out in Ballindalach. Which is in a little area called Banffshire, where my fiance's from. So yeah, I suppose the whiskey brought us together. But yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and just probably gonna kick this off and play around with some stuff. Now, a great thing about Hero Forge is now they have the color aspect. What I'm gonna do, just start with, whilst we begin, I'm just going to pull up all these, and I wondered who are all these people. I can pretty much tell you every single one of these whilst going across explaining my opinions on the the session. So yeah, so as Lucius entered Soter's, I knew instantly what I wanted Soter to act like. Now, originally, Soter was written as a tabaxi, but instead I thought, you've already got a tabaxi barkeep, you're quite rare, have an alligator / crocodile. Enjoy. So I just, instead of having the full name that Soter stands for, I just shortened it to Soter. Because the tabaxi was originally called Song of the Rising Sun, which is Soter's. So it's now just Soter's on its own. And just that interaction, that tension. Yes. Scrunchy. That's sort of crazy stuff. Now, a couple of NPCs are here that are in this campaign. Sorry, I haven't been upkeeping myself. But some of these characters are not a part of any campaign that I run. Alicia, Conrad, let's see who else. I'm here. Vivek, Zolder, and that seems to be about it. Have I missed someone? Zolder, Vivek. Someone is missing. That's weird. No, never mind. There was a halfling individual called Hob, who should be here. Never mind. But as for the rest of them, Akiba, Atlas, Cinder, Daron, David, Aaron Kenway, Dojan Draric, Fish, Ghost, Henra. Once its hero is Valen Howell, Hiram, Mordekainen, the actual Mordekainen, Krieg, Savala, Toma, and Zuko were all from campaign 2. Out of all of them, pretty much, the only one that I have colored in is Fish, because Fish was one of the best characters ever. Definitely. Very much just a blood hunter, emotionless, trying to reclaim a fragment of humanity, because mutations had stripped them pretty much of caring. They'd mutated so much, but in their time they had mutated with a quickling sort of genome. It was very witchery, was what I was going with, and it accelerated Fish's aging process. And so this is the body of a 20-year-old. When the, well, say 20 years, but 24-year-old, because Fish is technically 17 years old, and rapidly ages per year. So every year that passes, 7 years pass for poor Fish. Now you're probably wondering, like, hey, isn't that the barkeep? You're damn right, it's the barkeep. This is Vankin. I have to update. I need to finish up. It's Vankin the Butcher. In glory days, definitely. Yeah, I suppose there's not much really to go from here. The rest of them that have been coloured in, like Therian Winter, Gareth Winter, Kalon, Havar, Mandrick's Song, Nocturne, Thomas Lurk, and Sir Leon Garland. They are all in this campaign. When? I have no idea. I will never know when I'm going to add them in. So, back to topic. So I was planning a few things for the session. How do I introduce a new character that I have no backstory for, haven't told basically anything. So we just sort of went, okay, what town do you live in? Oh, it's just the town that they're in. Okay, boom. That's one. From Tiberton. Great. Oh no, you're from Tiberton. They're going to ask you questions about Tiberton. So whenever you'll see it in the session, whenever the owl asks for information, I will just hand it. Because if it's local information that I know that the character would know, I'll just pass it. I don't need to make any history checks. It's like, yeah, that'd be common knowledge. If it's a little bit more out there, I'll throw in a check or two. Looking in to trying to design a patron for this character, I still haven't received the backstory yet. But the intention is with the backstory is going to impose a little bit. I like to have hooks just available to me that I can just sort of pull things out and just be like, okay, you got this, this, and this, and maybe this one. And as time goes on, I'm going to develop something in the background where you don't see it, and bad things start happening, and you just don't know about it. For a good example, I still don't have Cornar's backstory. However, he's informed me of one notable figure from his past, which is Dark Draft. Now, Dark Draft is coming for Coronar for basically having a gang go after him as a part of a terms of deal, losing a few fingers in the process, and a ring. Now, what reason Dark Draft has, he doesn't know. He just wrote a letter. Dangers might come. I don't know what it is with my campaigns and having a nobleman be extremely corrupted and evil. I think it's just my insight to every higher class person I've met. They just look down on you, man. It ain't nice. Yeah, nice, you were born into money, but I've got the brains to bash your one in. Me. Kind of cementing the point of the class divide there. Yeah, I think having an important NPC in your background definitely helps. Even if it's a place that the players just make up and like, I kind of just made this place up. I kind of want to just go here. It exists now. If it's an ancient elven dungeon, they have to give it very difficult Gallic names by just taking a bunch of Gallic words and smashing them together. Like, there's a few of them. One I got aggressively messaged for, and I mean, I've never felt so much aggression in one little message. Like, yeah, oops. For the life of me, I can't actually remember the dungeon I'm thinking of. Samak Dun, which is easy enough. That one's easy enough. Arkhaldun, or Arechaldun, which is another one, which is actually a fortress, but technically a dungeon. But it's a very common thread for me that ancient elves, which are different to modern day elves, there's a little bit of a lore tidbit for you. Elves in Eurothan, as they stand now, are not the same as elves as they existed before the Wars of the Colossus. However, there are two sects of them left, and that is the Fiantir and the Shentir, which is the North and the South tribes of Andorra. And they are pretty much like Tolkien elves, immortal in age, but they have very strong divided socioeconomics amongst them and still hold a lot of tradition. The Fiantair are very much magical and democratic, civilized to a point of being basically better than any kingdom nearby. The Shaintair are technologically advanced and don't rely too much on actual like zim zalabim, like stuff like that. They rely on arcane contraptions, which don't run on spells, they run on just naturally occurring magic. And they speak different languages. So Ancient Elvish, which is Tyrian, which is the actual language, which is based kind of off Scots, Gaelic, and above Irish Gaelic. Quite an important distinction there. Gaelic and Gaelic, two different languages. They're spelt the same. So, don't worry, I got that confused a lot as well. But that was an important aspect of lore for a while. So any half elf, drow, rock elf, which is a subrace that no one has encountered yet in any of my campaigns, but rock elves are a thing. Basically, it's kind of like a Genasi elf, pretty much, just rock skin or rocky skin. Like any of them, they are descended from the Tairi, or the ancient elves. So any like ancient elvish artifacts that are encountered, worth lots of money. Any ancient dwarven artifact, worth a lot of money. Pretty much any race as it stands has evolved from a common ancestor. The common ancestor is unknown. It's the missing podium. Essentially, it's I'm going straight off like talking about the session, but who doesn't love a lore dump in their D&D? Pretty much a common ancestry from elves and all races. Essentially, there are newer races like Warforged and other. Basically anything that gets released, like newer. I haven't written lore for them. So pretty much anything that stood on the grounds of Urathan has come from one common ancestor. It's not a fish, it's not anything. They just appeared. No one knows what they were, what they looked like, what their physiology was, and in the scholar's name evades my brain. Kessim. I think it's Kessim. Basically, who's a scholar who predicts, who has currently predicted the coming of the Dark Sun, which isn't what's happening right now. Don't worry. Yeah, that's another campaign altogether. What's essentially they have foretold is there are pillars of creation, but the pillars act like a pyramid, and at the bottom is a large pillar that is the common, but they don't know where it comes from. It's usually drawn as a tree. No one knows what the trunk is. No one knows. But maybe one day they'll find out. But again, I'm just gonna head straight back into what I was talking about. So in the session, it was unexpected for an elder evil to take over the sun for a little while. That was unexpected because every day the players roll the weather. And you know, there's a slight chance that something weird or bad will happen in that day, like acid rain, thunderstorms, volcanic explosion miles away, meteor strikes, earthquakes, tsunamis, rain, snow, wind, stuff like that happens. Except this one day, where I asked for a couple of rolls, as I usually do, to determine what the day's going to be like. It was going to be sunny, it was going to be pleasantly warm, and it wasn't going to be windy. But there was a catch. What came after it? And I said, okay, roll me on this, like for this table. And I have not shown my players the table. I will never show the players the table because some of it's incomplete, so I just add something in at the end. Like, I'm just gonna just take I'll put a little different one in there. Because every location I've broken it up into like sections that use different tables. And unfortunately, Tiberton, I forgot, was not exempt from the eldritch weather, as I've called it. And weird stuff happens in eldritch weather, like elder evils will take over the star for who knows how long, and then you roll to determine which elder evil took over. And of course, it was the king in yellow, Hastur, king of madness, and or it could have been what was the other one? You can't read properly. You end up in a demi-plane for X amount of hours. Every time you speak, it's in deep speech. No one understands you. But you think you're speaking common. That's another one. It's not really weather, it's more like circumstance. So it might change to eldritch happenings. So I think, surprisingly, Bucket's forecast, which is always screechy and messes up the mic here, because Bucket's really hard to do right now because I have a very sore throat because I've been in a meeting all day trying to get a hotel built. So yeah, I was like, wow, we building a hotel? Like, not really. I probably won't. I won't ever get it done. But there are hopes. Probably not going to get through any planning permission, but who knows? So, yeah, as the players approached the ravine, I knew it could have gone one of two ways. They could have went straight across and continued, but instead they stopped to investigate the bridge and the ravine, testing how deep it is. They didn't succeed in figuring out with a survival check how deep it would be, but just looking at it, deadly. There are trees and water and basically a small ecosystem down there, a little biosphere. And as the players were investigating, I said, okay, they're kind of missing a few things here. I'm going to wiggle this in. So you insight, like you incite, not like I'm looking at you. You sort of make it happen. You're just like, can I get this person's doing this, so can I get a check from you? And they found some footprints, but decided to go back, mostly at my behest. As much as I would love for them to continue, there is a distinct possibility that I wasn't wanting them to TPK, because there is a chance of that happening in the next place over. It's not an easy thing to do to find some bandits that steal expensive wine. But and you bet your ass that they've used that money they got from that wine to gear the fuck up. But yeah, that's not a hint, by the way. Or is it? Fucking weird. But it's about 30 minutes into the stream, so I'm just going to take a little quick break here for you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope life's keeping you upbeat in these dreary times. The dungeon is hard and long. The encounters unexplainable at best. But I hope you stay hydrated, eat well, and you can exercise if you want. I do sometimes. You don't have to. Just keep yourself feeling good. End of the day. And if cooking or sewing or painting, writing, playing Dungeons and Dragons keeps you happy, or just tagging along on ye old Twitch for some fun times. I hope you're just having a good time in general. And end of the day, you'll feel better about it. And how it's kind of like someone being depressed and someone saying, there's so much joy in the world. Why you sad? Huh? Funny. Oh, bitch. As time goes on, you eventually you find yourself, pretty much. You find what you're comfortable with. That's the best way I can describe that. As for getting back to the topic at hand, we've literally been staring at a single little panel here, so let's begin, shall we? Sort of race haven't we seen yet? Seen a lot of that. Nah. Rat person? I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, lizard. Raven fawn, Felberg. What are they called? Loxodon. That's it. That was the one I was thinking of. Zombie. I like how they're just on like spooky season. It is spooky season. We can do a spooky boy. I don't know how you can. How can you sex a skeleton? I mean, I understand that there's certain physiological differences, but it got boob. How did Skelly got boob? How and hair? How the hair? How the hair? Doesn't matter what. Oh my day. Oh my days. Look at that skeleton. I could. Let's make Soter instead, shall we? Oh, I'm loving the hair too. Yeah, sure. Let's do Soter. Why not? Get rid of the hair. Oh god, that is unnerving. That is unnerving at best. Beard, brows. Okay, that's what's a bit weird. That's fine. You don't have to worry. Happy bleh. That's just useless. Snakehood. My brand. Let's go. I really like what they've done with this. They've definitely refined a few things. Oh dear lord. Is that actually a Halo? Oh. Little dino horn. I think I have to give Soter hair. Oh, like tentacles. Oh. Yes. You know what? It fits perfectly. Can I get longer? Can I get longer? I don't know if... No. It's definitely not the vibe I'm after. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah. Can you put a beard on a reptile? I want to see... Oh my. Yeah, but that's just weird. Yeah, that's something. Oh, there's expressions. Is there a reptilian furry clawed torso? So they have changed a few things. I see. That'll do. That's what I was after. I thought it was something else. This is weird. Legs. Lizard. Huh? The hell is the difference? Yes! This is an abomination. No. Yeah. Keep it going, reptile. Soter is 6'3". A little bit heavier, bit better posture. Arms are a bit bulkier. Upper scale, bleh. Yeah. Muscular, a little bit. Bust, the boopy. Lizards don't really have boobies. So, waist, I'm gonna bring that out a little bit. You know, make it a little thick. Pull in the curves a little bit. Apparently got booty. You know what? I ain't gonna complain. Lizard. Technically counts, right? Bird tails? I did not know this. Oh, what? When did they add this? I have to go and update a certain NPC now. I did not know this. But yes. Let us resume, shall we? Now, is there anything that would suggest mysterious, spooky dude? Well, I say dude. Soter is very much non-conformist. Because, you know what? I love me my NBs, man. Got respect. I love them. Gotta treat them real good. Necromancer robes? Nah, not really. No. No, that's actually kind of fitting. Surprisingly. I think we have a contender. Monk's robes, like, as in, like... Like that, or like a... Let's give me fucking melee distance. The entertainer's clothes. Yes. Soter, the tavern lady. Right. I'm going to explain a very important thing right here. Boob plates. No. every time my players I'll ask my players, do you have any, you know, female knights that don't have, like, I understand, like, you can have like a plate that comes out and then goes down, but not sculpt. Who is crafting these bowls? The bowl maker, man Dick the titty smithy. His hands seem very small. Their hands seem really small. Is there a way to increase hand? Can I increase hand? Huh. That's new. Oh, I'm making thick. 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 Make a little bit broader built. You know, it's a crocodilian reptile sort of style character. Like I was saying, with the party, the sort of situation they're in right now, with the pretty much this eldritch, like, room of mirrors that they're in. How they're gonna get out, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna pull, so I've written my notes for next session. Just bullet points, and the first section says take about maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending. And I thought to myself, what could they potentially do to succeed? And I thought, they've tried running. They tried everything pretty much. They tried praying, nothing worked. They tried leaving, and they sent them elsewhere. Lots of things happen, but they need to find the. Hello, fly. They need to find something that I think would work, because I don't know what they'll do, but I know what will happen after they sort it. I kind of know what will happen, and it's not going to be what they're expecting, which is probably a reward. But you ain't leveling up for a long, long time. You'll stay level 1 for a long ass time. But yeah. Next session, I think, personally, we'll get to see a little bit more about Winifred. A little bit more about Vankin, depending. And then some surprises. And I can't wait. I really can't. What is that? Oh! Oh! A little bit of yeehaw. Oh, a gurkha knife. Oh. Now I don't know if they'll have an Erlenmeyer flask. I kind of get. That's a very small Erlenmeyer flask. And that's a bowl of stuff. Yeah. Give me some stuff. You know why this looks very weird? I don't know why, but I think tail. Hey, I'm discovering new things every day about this. This is fantastic. Oh, why not? A little. It doesn't quite work. Umbrella. completely off topic entirely. Umbrellas are damn expensive. What the hell? My usual place is like, I'll go and buy some nice shirts. And like, if I had payday, I'm like, I'll buy some nice clothes, doing a change of wardrobe. And I was like, it's raining outside. I don't have a hood. I never have a hood. I wear like a nice sort of pea coat usually. And umbrellas are damn expensive. Maybe I'm just bougie, but like a skinflint at the same time. Like, I will spend £150 on this one pair of shoes, but that £20 umbrella, absurd. I like to think about I'm spending 150 gold on clothes that I will probably wear about 1,000,000 times within like a month. Which is true, I've worn this shirt like 5 times already within the time I bought it, which was last Saturday. I like this shirt. I like my pink flamingo one as well, that one. It's just muy bueno. But yeah. I know this hasn't been the most organized Dungeon Master Diary, but that's how I like to keep it, just keep it nice and chill. I always enjoy just having a bit of fun, really. What the hell would you wear on your side? Dice show. A dice show? Dice show. Wait, what? Classic samurai equipment. This is Japanese short sword and katana. So, wakizashi katana. Is that wakizashi? No, I can't. Tanto? Not tanto. Nostayo. Man, it's been a long time since I've learned Japanese. That's straight up. I can't remember. Boom boom stick. Very rare to find. Just a potion ball, I think. They are a potions vendor. Back. No capes. Bone. Femur. Straight ass femur. He ain't Cubone. They ain't Cubone, eh? Eh? I want bigger. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. I just want bigger horns. Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Tech horns. I want bigger horns though. Can I get like the biggest ones? You know what? I ain't complaining about that. You know what? I dig it. I'm down. I'm down for it. What's tech horn? Oh my, they're big. Nah. Anemone. No. Oh, that's cool. Who comes up with this stuff? You know what? There's one thing. I love Hero Forge, and I subscribed to them as soon as I found their pro subscription. I was like, yo, I used the shit out of this in campaign 2, so I'm gonna give you the love. And there's one thing I love about it, and there's just one thing I fucking hate, and it's every time I'm looking for the right thing and I can never find it, and it's always like, like, guys, could you like add maybe like a couple more, like, I don't know, like Here's the Orient, like kind of stuff, like very like cool, sort of Asian-inspired stuff. Like I don't know, like maybe like turbans and like stuff like that. You know, like Desertscape and. I got a 3D printer, my guy. I could get a 3D printer. I have plans. I'm just useless. I plan to do it at some point. Green stuff. Green stuff? What do you mean by green stuff? Explain yourself, good sir. Kind of liking the horns. Yeah, but now maybe the hair's been too long. Damn. No, I dig it. No, never mind. You thought it was a two-part pie. There's ideal for modeling requirements for sculpting ashes. Or filling gas and repairing your venture's affairs. Prostate resin antlers. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna look into that. Correct minis. Are like not what's the word I'm looking for? Like adjustments, essentially. Like it's not quite what you want, but you're like, kind of like yeah. So add this little tweak to it, and it's crispy, like that sort of stuff. I have no idea what kind of pose. That's another thing as well. I'm hopeless with like 3D. I'm like hopeless with like 3D programs, so it's handy that when you buy like a file from these guys, it's just you print it. It's done. Straight from the horse's mouth. It's great. Oh god, I'll beat the shit out of you with this pencil. I'm actually kinda liking that. Hey, can I get like the last periodic? Oh, beautiful. No, I was quite liking that other one. Oh, so funny. I'm just gonna add a little snarl to it. Why not? Victory! Yeah, it seems very spooky. No, I'm digging it. I smell some more. Minis are damn great, and then I need to learn to paint. I need to learn to paint. I'm just hopeless at painting. Painting just takes so much time. I need to go back and there's a damn. What's that one with Wolf Friedel? I used to watch it. Got a Bob Ross. Got a Bob Ross some minis. Beat the devil out of him. Ah, this. It shall be painted wonderfully. And by the end, we will have it primed. This is an accurate representation of what it feels like to finally grind spices that have been taking so long. Yes. No TPKs, just happy license. We don't talk about that. Well, it's mostly their accident. They walked into it. Yes, it will never escape. There's no joy. Megatron. I can't do Megatron. Can I do Megatron? I don't know. It's Twisteroo. Oh my, that's one bendy boy. He's been doing the yoga. Definitely. Hit it with a color. Just myself some idea. Perfect. Pretty much. Just need to make... The eyes are terrifyingly soulless. Can I adjust this? Yes. Universal Kingdom. Megatron. Yes. I can't do it anymore. Victory. And here we see basking a dumb fuck pretending to be Megatron. Teeth, bloody. Yeah. Bones more like, yeah, more elk-ish. And then with the ultimate elk. It's a little bit darker on the reptilian skin. Well, not darker, yeah. A little bit more green. Sir David Attenborough. Ah, that wonderful documentary that he put out. I was scared. I was like, oh my, bad things have happened in like 70 years. Oh god, we're in danger. I don't want to be here. I can't do this. The eyes are just freaking me out. What is theme? Definitely not a bright person. Yeah, that'll do. Paints. Just, oh god, let me change the eyes, please. Red. No. Gecko. Perfect. Alright, yes. Man, Sir David Attenborough is nearly 100 years old. And that's absolutely bizarre to me. Like, imagine a nature documentary without David Attenborough. It's like, environmental things in the game? Like, as in climate change stuff? Or like weather and so and so? Yeah, there's a mechanic that pretty much caused a problem last session, which is the weather mechanic, and things can go weird with the weather. Like, you can have snowfall in the middle of summer. Stuff just happens like that. Activism and climate change stuff. There are people that do that. There's I wouldn't say cult of druids and rangers. There's basically like a band of fae called the Fae Wardens, who pretty much hunt down people that destroy habitats without just reason and without a cord of the Fae cords, which one of the players in the last campaign became. So they've got a job to do. But there's a lot of stuff that I still need to address in terms of how the climate is. The world is unindustrialized, so they haven't quite realized any effects of anything, but there are people that will protect endangered wildlife. So that's when the Fae get involved, because they have ownership. Well, I say ownership, more like what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like responsibility for all nature. They were assigned it in the world. So there's a couple of there's a race of bees called the lapis bee, which are blue little bees that make blue honey. They're endangered, and they are pretty much protected in their habitat. And there's a place that the party's just made their way through called the Mithril Forest, which is a forest of basically magical trees, and that's the last habitat of those bees, and no one is allowed to cut down trees in the area or hunt anything in a certain vicinity. And then the players punched I think it was a cow to death and a bear. Or no, actually, the bear nearly killed all of them, and then they punched it. So things can happen wildly out of proportion. I would have loved the cow to have won. That would have been great. But yeah, do you do stuff like environment, activism, and show potential change in your wonderful world, Necessities? Turned into water. Top up. Buttons turned golden again. Golden middle face of it. Let's see. I'm sure something weird's happening. Mind you, we went back in time slightly. Yeah, so come to think of it, a really big bit of climate change is about to happen in like 7 years in canon. Actually, I forgot all about it, and it was like the climax of the last campaign. They killed an ancient elemental that controlled the tides, so now the water levels are rising. That's it. 7 years in the future now, so there's time, and then things start to get a bit messy. So that was one thing I completely forgot about, and that will become a very important thing. But then, mind you, the campaign after this is going to be campy and villainy and just dumb, and I can't wait. We're going to change the world by growing trees and turning them into ants to do our bidding. Yes. Oh. Did not expect you to come into my forest. Let's see what I've got. You know what? I'm not actually kind of vibing with it. Do I get monster fleshy bits? You can like you know what? They're kind of a spooky person, so I'm gonna go a slightly darker shade there. Yeah, I'm liking this. It's a little bit better. It's not really black, more like a sort of greyish color. Oh. No, I'm not complaining. I ain't gonna complain at all. Apart from the fact that it's quite, yeah, better, a bit better. That's nice. A little bit of purple in there, complement them. Nice green. And mix if I need to. I'll adjust as necessary later. This new name, and it's Soders. And then we go, there's Soder. Or here's the ye old Fey Warden, as I mentioned. There he is. I should give you a color. I can't for the life of me remember what David looked like. Tanned, I think, slightly olive skinned. Where is a bit darker than that? No, a bit darker. Then a bit later than that would be that. So yeah, that's the one. Boop. Teeth. Teeth aren't really white in this world, so yeah, it's gonna be a little front steep 4. Nails are tend to be a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna go with that. Still tend to be a shade darker. Hair, I knew we had black hair. Gums, black. I have pink gums, right? Gum. There we go. This is a color called gums. But rainbows or something like that. No, he was a blood hunter as well originally. Yes. Eyebrows be truffle black. You go down to save some animals. Isn't that right, Moneypenny? This is the sort of stuff I do when I'm all alone as well. More green. Looks like my friends. More green. Come on. It's gotta be just like a pure green aesthetic. Right? Look at liking the purple though. It's definitely what on majestic. I don't think the Feywarden and stuff was pink. That's kind of closer, I guess. Yeah, I'll just use that as a basis and then work from there. I don't know. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day and enjoying life in these fun winter months towards Halloween. There's only 8 days left. I was about to say 7 days. Is this Saturday or Friday? I can't remember. Oh, it's Friday. Oh my god. Imagine if I thought today was Saturday and I never woke up to go to work. Oh, my client would be mad. Oh, they would not be a happy person. Like, where is he? He's got the floor plans for my hotel. Where is he? I'm sorry. I didn't realize today was Friday. Leather. Can I get... That's the perfect color of green. That's the one. Yes. Is there... Yeah, there's back panels. Boop. Yeah, if, any y'all have well, as Potato Pandas there was mentioning stuff about environmental aspects. What's a good question to pose as an avid dungeon master with loves to cause misery. What's the best environmental hazard or boon that has been presented to players in your world, even if you're in space? I'm sure like nebulae and like, I don't know, stargates or something occurs naturally or something. I don't know. I haven't watched Stargate so long. Let's see what else. The rest of this isn't leather. It's cloth. I'm getting some, like, the feathers are giving me some strong, like, what's Horizon Zero Dawn vibes. I'm digging it. I'm kind of digging it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'll actually kind of get down with that. So we get like, yes, yes. I need something a little bit more autumnal there. Yes. Yes. I'm actually digging that. Big. I'm digging that a lot. Oh, I love it. Again, if you're not watching this, look, there's your old character, finally, colorized and realized. I just need to fix the eyes. Fucking was busted ass character. Oh yeah, I'm a Bloodhunter, champion, ranger. I'm like, okay, cool. And I've got this ability, I can just naturally attune to things. You wound me, sir. Now recently they've changed what arrows would be. So is there like I'm sure there's like, yes. Ah, it's on fire. Elven makes a little bit more sense, I guess. Can I just give it like this kind of autumnal sort of feel? Could give it dry brush. Is there any large? Pine will do. Yeah, pine will do. Tip is usually it would have been made out of cadmium. Should have been this color. Oh, I cannot remember what color the cape was that Tybalt made. So I'm gonna make it jade. Oh, I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. The bow of the Fey Warden. It's gonna be mossy. I'm gonna give it this kind of magical, so make it Hellebor's a bit too poison hollow. Oh dear lord, so pink it's offensively pink. Oh god, it's so offensively pink. Look, money leaf. It's autumnal. Yeah, I'm digging the autumnal look. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I love it. It's great. It's amazing. Look at that. I just need to fix his eyeballs and sort it. Is it ghosts there? So yes, that sort of eyes. A little bit more yellow. More like that, you know, it's gonna go into glow. Oh dear, too much glow. And there we go. That is David. And that is him. But I pretty much gone on long enough, and need to go into my conclusion for this wonderful Dungeon Master's Diary, and it's pretty much my sum up of what happened last session. Pretty bog standard session until the last maybe hour, and then it went all the way up. So strange guest. Pretty much a standard as possible. When you got a new character introduced, you kind of just have to slow down a little bit and then just pick up the pace next time. And we'll see where we go from there. And there might be a little surprise NPC that might appear. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Well, let's see if they can make their way out of this in one piece. I hope I just don't kill the new player. Oh my. I'd feel so bad. That's pretty much my sum up. And I know the last 30 minutes is taken up by Hero Forge here. But it's just a nice relaxing thing to do. And because there wasn't much to talk about this session. It's pretty much a bog standard, getting the gang together sort of situation. And next time it will be a bit of wine to deal with. And some eldritch horrors and a surprise. So yeah. I suppose I wrap it up here. And before I leave, don't forget to potentially join us in the community Discord if you would be so inclined. If you would like to join in and creating a community of big time nerds, trying to develop a nice wholesome community of world builders and fans of all things nerdism, from TTRPGs to anime to TV shows to comics. We're all about that. We love it. And if you got some spicy memes, we're going to enjoy it even more. But yeah, thank you so much for enjoying this stream. That is a bit shorter than my usual. And hope to see you all in the session on Sunday at 6 p.m. British Standard Time, or 7 p.m. if you want to just go straight into it. And as always, stay safe out there, adventurers.